What's going on, guys? Today we got the Ducky Shine 7. Before we dive down, just give you a little overview. This is the Shine 7 Carbon Edition. It's Ducky. If you guys know anything about Ducky, they make like limited edition keyboards. They put out like a handful of them a year. I don't know exactly how many of each one that they make, but limited runs, limited production. The Shine series ones are even more limited than like the 1-2 series, like the minis and all that stuff. So this is the full size edition. I don't like the minis or the 60% or anything like that, the 10-less keys. I'm full keyboard all the way. This one in particular I ordered off of mechanicalkeyboards.com. I believe it was 260 bucks, and I actually found it on there through Amazon for like 160. And once they switched over the price, I went back to Mechanical Keyboards and saw it for $160 as well. I don't know why, like the huge difference in price or what happened with that, but when I was originally looking at it, it was at 260 bucks, and like I said, I guess I caught it at the right time. Maybe it was on sale. I have no idea, but overall I ended up paying 160 bucks for this keyboard plus tax and everything. So you figure like $175. Overall, and we'll talk about more on the down low. The keyboard's great. It feels heavy as all hell. I love it for that reason. The aluminum top piece, which makes it that carbon, is like almost like a brushed aluminum, but not as brushed. You'll get a better idea of it down low. And then the only thing I really don't care for is the space bar design. It is what it is, but that's what they're known for. You know, making like the fancy keyboards and stuff like that. So yeah, let's dive down, take a look at the keyboard, show you the lighting, and we'll come back and talk about it. Okay, so here we have the packaging for the Ducky Shine 7. Very nice packaging, slightly different than the rest of the Ducky style keyboards that are available. So we open up the box, we have the protective plastic film, and then the keyboard itself is sitting in a little bag. Included is the manuals, which tells you all the programming for the different lighting and different whatnot for the keyboard, and then the registration paperwork. This is a USB cable to USB-C, the keycap puller, and extra set of keys in blue, and then also the black spacebar to replace out the mouse looking one with the spray paint can. Okay, so now we're just left with the keyboard. Keyboard itself has a great weight. There's no flex to this keyboard whatsoever. But here's the back panel. Like I said, plastic. Good build quality. It has the fold-up legs at 2 different adjustable heights. So this obviously is the Carbon Edition keyboard. Basically what that means is the top part has an aluminum structure plate to it. The back of the keyboard is still plastic like all the other Ducky models, but that addition of the aluminum top plate, just the keyboard's heavy as all hell. So I enjoy that. I enjoy heavy products. I definitely feel the quality in this. Picking up and just handling it, you could just feel the build quality is just astronomical on it, and I'm super happy with the overall build quality of the keyboard itself. Just left it in demo mode so you guys can get a little idea of how bright it is, and you know what the actual LED looks like inside of it. So this is a shot of in normal lighting conditions, normal room lighting conditions, and then we'll switch over to the just a night version with all the lights off and show you the difference in the brightness of the keyboard. And here's just a quick sound clip of the actual key sounds. Alright, let's take it back up top and see what we think about it. Alright, so as you guys can see, that was straight out of the box, brand new, you know, the keyboard. I've been using this for about 2 weeks now. And overall, I still love the keyboard. I do have a couple little nitpicky things that I don't like about it. The lighting control. So in the manual itself, it shows you the how to change the controls and everything, it's a pain in the ass. It really is. I did it a little bit on there. I basically found like a really slow breathing mode that just went through all the colors, which I just got frustrated and said, you know what, fuck it, I'm just gonna run with it like this, and left it like that. Later on, I did find that they have on their website, they have the keyboard controls, like app or program, whatever, to download. It made it significantly easier. It's not the most intuitive program that there is, but it's very basic. It just has like your controls. I just went with a full backlit and just put it in blue and called it a day. That was fine enough for me. I like that it's USB-C cable on the keyboard side, and then it's the regular USB. I don't know if it's 3.0 or whatever it is, but I think it's 3.0 onto the computer side. So as soon as I turn the computer on, it turns on just like any other wired keyboard. And yeah, a couple of cons with this board. I mean, it is heavy as shit. So if you don't like that and you want to travel with this thing, I mean, you shouldn't be traveling with a full keyboard anyway. You'd probably end up getting like a 60%. Yeah, I mean, it is a gaming keyboard. I don't really game that much. I pretty much just type, which is probably, this is the worst keyboard that you can get for those purposes. But the keycaps on it are very thin. I mean, I have big, fat, fucking meaty hands, and it's taken. I'm starting to get used to it now, the thinner keycaps, especially for my old keyboard, which is just a Logitech wireless piece of shit. That's the reason why I upgraded to get a better keyboard, because I just couldn't stand the delay of the keyboard and whatnot. So, yeah, so other than the fact that it's the keycaps are thin, everything is well built. The keycaps are just phenomenal. The sounds are phenomenal. Like I said, you can press down as hard as you want on this keyboard, you're getting no flex at all, and that's basically because of that aluminum top piece. Just adds all that structural integrity to the keyboard itself. Last but not least, very minor picky details, the feet on the bottom of this keyboard. So, you fold them down. If you want the smaller height adjustment, you have it right here, which is fine. The rubber on these are extremely tight. So I have like a big mouse pad, basically like two large mouse pads right next to each other. And if you have the feet out and you just have the keyboard close to you and you're typing, and then you slide it forward, every single time, except for, of course, right now while I'm shooting this video, the legs would fold in on itself. Again, very nitpicky. You just got to pick it up and just drop it, further away from you if you do want to move it. Again, very nitpicky. Nothing to really complain about. And finally, I got this with the Cherry Red MX switches. Now, I don't prefer them. I've never actually used a Cherry MX keyboard before, or Cherry switches before. So I took a gamble. I did my research, between all the different colors, the blue, the brown, all that stuff. And I thought that the red would be the most appealing to me, being that it was like the soft button press and everything. It's just a little too soft for me. But again, that's not a Ducky issue. That's a key issue. I just should have probably ordered maybe like a blue, or just went with the brown. But again, the brown, for some reason, the red one, the Cherry MX red switches with this particular keyboard setup, was the one that they were offering at $160. So the brown and I believe the blue, it jacked up to $260. Now, I've never seen any other manufacturer keyboard do that where the price is different between the different keys. The only one I've seen do that is if you get the shallow switches. So like the low profile Cherry MX switches. But usually they only charge you about $6 more for the whole keyboard to get those switches. So I don't know why the huge discrepancy in price. That's kind of why I went a little bit more with the Cherry MX red. Again, to save $100, and I also thought that would be my preference. They're just a little too soft for me. I'm very heavy with the keyboard, and especially with the keys when I'm typing. I just pound the fucking thing out and just type away. So if you like that, you got big hands, this is probably, you might want to stay away from this one, or just you're gonna have to. It's gonna be a little bit of a learning curve to get used to the. It is a higher keyboard. I'll show you the other piece of shit that I've had So this is a piece of junk that I had beforehand. It's a Logitech K520. And listen, I've had this for like a year and a half, and it served this purpose, and it worked fine. But you can see how much wider the keycaps are on here, and so this was easier for me to type on. I bought this with the mouse kit for like, I think it was like 40 bucks or 50 bucks from Best Buy when I first built my computer. And again, it served this purpose, and I was happy with it. It started to get that delay, and I just didn't want to deal with it anymore. So I said, it's got to be a wired keyboard, the next one. Yeah, overall, like I said, super happy with this keyboard. If you're going to get anything Ducky, definitely download the RGB programming. It makes it so much easier, because the manual is just fucking garbage. You can't understand the fucking word it's saying. Maybe like 5 pages of this whole book is in English, and the rest of it's in all different other languages. And yeah, so it is what it is. So definitely get the program. Alright, so that's pretty much all I got for you guys for the keyboard. If you guys have any questions, comments, hit it down below. Make sure you like this video and subscribe. Thank you guys for watching. Take care.